Hi guys, a few weeks ago I made a video about going into the wilderness and basically seeking God one-on-one as to what I needed, what He wanted me to do to get closer to Him. Um, First of all, about pants, I didn't know if I was being convicted from God about wearing pants, or if I just felt guilty because of the church and what they believe and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of my focus was on my dress. I wore a skirt to work a few times, and the times that I did, I had a few co-workers and I had some customers come up to me and ask me, "Are you Pentecostal?" or "I didn't know you were Pentecostal." And it really felt honorable to me. It held me to a higher standard. It opened doors for me to talk to people about what I believe and to share the gospel with them, and that really meant a lot to me. And as far as my hair, I had been debating cutting my hair, and I go to church, okay, and the ladies have the long skirts on, and the ladies have the really long hair, and even though it's not a law, it's not a rule, like if you wear something out of that, you're not going to get kicked out of the church. But it made me, when I have these things, when I look this way, I felt like I was part of them. I felt in allegiance with them. Let me say it this way. The scriptures say it is a shame for women to cut their hair because your hair is your glory. And it's also a sign of submission. It's a shame for a woman not to cover her head when she prays. But, and if you look at, say, certain people in the public eye, whenever they want to rebel, whenever women want to rebel and fight women's rights and feminism and things, the first thing they do is cut off their hair. And I think it was in the 90s when it was all women's empowerment and everything, like the pixie cut, these short haircuts became the in thing. That was women's way of saying, I'm no longer gonna listen to the man, and all that. I am not saying that women have no rights. I'm not saying that we don't matter. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying, though, is there's order with God, and women are to be submissive to God and to the men. Whether you like it or not, you can get mad at me all day long, but that's the way it is. Wearing my hair and not cutting my hair is a sign that I am being submissive. And it's, like I said, it's honorable to grow my hair. It's something to show off. It's a big deal, and I'm not saying that you're going to go to hell because you wear pants. I honestly don't believe that. I don't believe that some of this is salvation issues. But when I carry myself in a certain way, people identify me with something, and they approach me with questions, and I loved that. And it occurred to me, the military has uniforms. The Army wears a certain uniform. The Air Force, the Marines, and the Navy, they all have a particular outward garment to show what they stand for. And when I have long hair and a skirt, people identify me as being apostolic, Pentecostal, then I'm good with that. That's what I want to do. As a matter of fact, a couple of days ago, in the privacy of my own home, I had a pair of shorts on, and a car blew the horn. Somebody came outside, and it was this lady. She's running for office or whatever, but it caught me off guard, and I ran outside. I had my shorts on, and she got out of the van, and there was a man in the van, and we all spoke or whatever, and I took her card, and when I went back in the house, I felt convicted about that thing. I didn't feel right that I had gone outside with these shorts on. I felt uncovered. I felt just indecent, and I didn't like that. And the church didn't see me. No members of the church saw me. God saw me, and I felt a certain way about it, and I didn't like it at all. Now, I have at my work, I wear a pair of pants with my uniform, and I'm not saying that I'm going to throw all my pants away. I'm never wearing my pants again. I will say I have done that. I came into the church when I was 19, and for 3 years straight, I didn't wear pants. I wore the long skirts. I never cut my hair. I wore no makeup, no jewelry, all of that. But I ended up leaving God for selfish reasons, and I went right back into doing what I did before. So I'm not a stranger to that. And when I came back in the church this time, as a matter of fact, I went through my house and I threw away a lot of stuff that I had grown to love, being in the world and living a particular life. When you come this way, when you seek God in truth with a genuine heart, there are certain things that'll start to kind of churn within you, and you'll start questioning things, and you're gonna, if you really want God, you're gonna be willing to shed things. I'm not getting rid of things because of legalism and because the rules of my church. When you walk in my church, there is no set of rules hanging on the wall. But you will feel the presence of God, and you will see the people of God and how they carry themselves, and you know them by their fruit. And a lot of the things that I'm seeing are admirable, and I see God moving in their lives, and I see God moving in my life, and I see different things going on, and like the scripture says, if you draw closer to Him, He's going to draw closer to you. And within myself, with the help of God, I'm learning what I need to get rid of and why. And I am no longer bound. I don't feel anymore like I'm not confused anymore. I understand why things are done the way they're done. I feel a certain way about it. If you feel differently than what I'm talking about, then that's you and God. Make sure that what you're feeling and what you're doing is of God. And I'm not the know-all wisest one, okay? I'm just a person. I'm just a regular girl trying to live for God in a very sinful world. And it's not always easy, but He is always there. He's always there to help you. He's your help in time of trouble. And I was going through a time where I was just now getting back into the church. I wanted to come home, and I needed His help to understand, and He was right there, and He's going to continue to be right there, because this is a process. I'm not this holier than thou person. I still do things, and I'm like, man, why did I do that? And I feel all bad, but that's the thing. God sees the heart. Read where He sent for David. He told him, check out Jesse's sons, and when you see David, don't judge him on his outer appearance. God sees the heart. He doesn't judge from the outside. But sometimes the outside reflects what's on the inside. And if you want to stand for something, then be willing to let go of things and change for the good of Him. So thank you so much for listening. See you later.